he's very young and looks like he's going to have a lot of wins under his belt before he ever sees a defeat. Like Lee said, 20-0 WBO title, 8 title defenses after that before you even unify.
Now, with all that said, let's hear a few words from our next guest, Teddy Atlas. Andrew won't be able to hear it, but I'll explain it to him in a minute. Oh my God, it's got an ad first?
During our Made to Move 2017 clearance event, you can do endless online research.
Hold on. We'll talk through the ad. For those of you who don't know, this is basically the setup. Andre Ward retired this week, talking about going into the Hall of Fame. There is a clip because I just find Teddy Atlas literally so amusing. And anytime I can, I stick in one of his little audio clips for your own personal amusement. For those of you who never hear Teddy Atlas, here you go. Teddy Atlas.
Andre Ward, no-brainer. First ballot Hall of Fame. Why? Has the laws for about, 75 years? I mean, since he's 12 years old, 11 years old, whatever it was in the amateurs, never lost a fight. All those amateur fights, close to 200, Olympic gold medalists,
by the way, Andrew,
pros,
just
undefeated.
Like you on talking
never
about
did
Andre Ward.
one thing great physically in one area. Did everything real well. But let me take that back. One thing really great, knew how to win, was mentally solid, dependable, reliable, never broke down, never submitted. Hall of Famer. Winner,
Hall of Famer.
Andre Ward.
Yeah. You tell him, Teddy.
Andre Ward, no-brainer.
Andre Ward, no-brainer. And there's the title of this week's show. Andre Ward, no-brainer. So Andre's taking the high road. He's taking his millions, and he's taking his cushy HBO gig and whatever else he does for a living. I don't know what Andre does outside of boxing, Andrew. He's done.
We hope. We hope, Lee.
He says, the desire is not there. I want to be clear. I am leaving because my body can no longer put up with the rigors of the sport. Therefore, my desire to fight is no longer there.
I just think that leaves a window of the time off has helped my body heal and I'm ready to come back, right? It just seems like it leaves just that little slight rumor or window open for him to say that, Lee. Okay, your body hurts now. What's your body going to feel like in a year from now?
Yeah, right. Another 5-year layoff for an injury or whatever. Take a few years. Take a few years and think about it.
Everyone's right away texting, well, what's going on? What's going on? Why'd he do this? I'm like, look, we're going to know the real story.
There were actual people who cared that much about him quitting?
On. Yes, of course. Of course.
Well,
Lee,
why didn't they buy his pay-per-view? That's my question.
A lot of them do, but they party together. You got to remember, there are still people that come together on a Saturday afternoon for a fight.
I don't know anybody, Andrew. Plus, I don't like anybody. This analogy doesn't really hold up for me. Why would I have people over to my house to stink?
That's why I'm going to give you an example of Lee totally not lying right here. It's Saturday morning. He's like, what are you doing on the Saturday morning of Canelo Triple G? I don't know, Lee, getting ready for a barbecue. I got to get a haircut. I got to get the
there's shit going on. Why would I invite people over to watch my $100 worth of boxing on the big screen?
He's like, let's do a show. I can't do a show. We had to do it that night, people. Just saying.
Dude, that's way too much prep. But you entertain people. I think that's a thing. You're Mexican-ish.
Yes.
Ish. Can I say that for everybody? And the Mexican people are going to get mad. He's Mexican-ish. He is. Trust me. I'm not. I would say Latin-ish if he were. He's Mexican.
I was only raised by Mexicans.
But I'll tell you what he really is. He's Raider-ish.
Don't take the credit away. Don't take the credit away. I was only raised by Mexicans.
Are you Raider Mexican?
Oh yeah, the whole family is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I told my son the other day?
And by the way, that's a thing.
My Raider tattoo just showed up. When he looked at my arm and he's pointing, I go, yeah, son, it just comes. As you get older, it's just going to come out. And he's just staring at me.
Oh, so great. So great. You are so great. I'm white, okay? And I do white things like make my own food, watch my own shit. And I'll give you an example right now before we get into this topic of Andre Ward for a second. Because I agree with Teddy Atlas. First ballot Hall of Famer. Guy can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Did I say flock? I'm sorry. It's a clean show. Flock. He can flock whatever he wants to flock and do. Okay? Calm down, people. We're trying. We're trying to cut down the cussing. It's a guy's show. We're in a barber shop. Relax. Right. So I have an option right now to go see the Chargers play Kansas City in the smallest stadium in the NFL for under $100, Andrew. This seems like a no-brainer, right? This is a no-brainer, right?
Yes, sir.
Want to know what the debate is? That seems like a lot of work. And you know this from you've gone to football games by yourself, right?
Yes.
It's more efficient, right? You're in, you're out, you hit the train. There's no hassle. You can see the people you want to see. Boom, boom, boom. You're in and out. It's the way to go. By the way, if you're going to go with a group, then go with a group and go early and you tailgate and you make a day of it. That's cool. I get that. But if you're not and it's just you, let me tell you the most efficient way to see an NFL football game. By yourself, where you can just go in like a CIA hitman, where you just go in, go through the parking lot, get a little bit of food. By the way, I have never not walked through a parking lot before a pro football game and not had food or beverage offered to me as I'm walking through the parking lot. Yeah. That's just plain awesome. I don't know how it is with the Raiders. Are you guys territorial or do people share?
No, people share. Right, no, cool. Sir. Yeah.
I don't know Raider. I only want one Raider, and you showed me bullet holes. I mean, by the way, he gave me the Raider tour, and on the Raider tour of their parking lot are bullet holes. Where Andrew fondly remembers the day that it happened.
That kid, well, he got charged with like 8 attempted murders or something like that. Lee, he got charged.
Were you there
with
that
the
day?
Whole parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you were there, right?
Yes.
And while I was the Charger game that I went to, Chargers Raiders in Oakland, I wore black. Everybody calm down. I'm not stupid.
It's always the preseason games, though. Let me tell you, ever since
I saw that dude get knocked out after that game. That Raider on Raider crime thing is real.
Lee, we won 45 to 20 last Sunday? There was a fight at the BART station between two Raider fans.
Yeah, I don't get that. You guys you beat each other up when it's good and you beat each other up when it's bad.
Fights happen. The shootings, those crime, those thugs, the real bad things. Those always happen in the preseason when they're selling tickets for $8. That's where you get crowds of people that would never be at a playoff game. They're not going to be at a 12-4 game. They're not buying tickets on the aftermarket. No, $8 preseason games that no one wants to go to. People are getting shot in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Okay, that's my setup for the Andre Ward thing. Andre Ward will be marred as a guy. Wait, this is my whole setup for Andre Ward. So we were talking about this, and the reason for those of you who got lost in this ADD discussion, the reason I bring all this up is because I don't want to spend the energy to go out to a Charger game in the smallest NFL stadium where you're literally 20 feet away from the field if you sit in the first row. Like, that's crazy to me to be that close.
Take a good camera, Lee.
Dude, that's crazy close. It's crazy close. The furthest seat in that stadium, Andrew, is still better than a $5,000 box at any other stadium.
Yeah, no doubt.
They've talked about it. There is not a bad seat to be had at StubHub. You just buy
Lee, you know where I sat.
I like your seats. I like your seats a lot. You're up into the corner.
Down. I went down to the first level, and I'm like, wow.
It's crazy, right? When you're down on the field and you can
down here.
Yeah, but you got to stand up for the whole game to see the game. Like, there's an energy and thing going on down there. And I'm not a big fan of that. And here's the thing that's really shitty. I'm going to say this. So the people on the East Coast who listen to this show, don't hate. Football on the West Coast right now sucks. Because it's 100 degrees. You got to stand up through the whole game if you're going to be up close to the field. It's hot and it's sweaty. I like it when it cools down. I'm sorry. I like football when it's kind of rainy and dark. And
the Niner fan solution is not to show up.
Dude, did you hear that? Okay, let's get back. Hold on. We're way off track. Let's get back to Andre Ward. The reason I bring all that stuff up is Andre Ward. Andre Ward couldn't get a bye to save himself, save his life. If Andre Ward had to do 500,000 pay-per-views, he literally fought the best guy in his weight class, beat him twice. literally had the entire world argue that Kovalev beat him in their first fight. Argued. Like, I'm telling you, I took crap on the internet about how Kovalev got robbed because I said that automatically made Ward the pound-for-pound best fighter. No, it wasn't definitive, and he didn't beat... No, it doesn't matter. That's not how it works. He got the scoreboard. Look, I can argue whatever I want about Canelo and Triple G. Scoreboard indicates it's a draw. I don't have a choice. That's the way it is when I go to the book. Okay? I can't argue that. So, fight fans, your argument that the other guy won, whatever the actual outcome is that's documented on BoxRec, okay? BoxRec.com, BoxRec, that final outcome is the outcome. Got it? And Andre Ward is undefeated, all the way to amateur. He's never been knocked down, to quote Teddy Atlas, never been knocked down, never been submitted. And this guy can't draw flies to his fights. Couldn't really sell out T-Mobile, couldn't get more than 300,000 buys, and he fought Crusher Kovalev, a man who beat Bernard Hopkins so bad that Bernard Hopkins couldn't even pull his crap together for a retirement fight. And right. I absolutely believe it was Kovalev that did Bernard Hopkins in.
The real-life Drago.
The real-life Drago. I guarantee in his next fight, he's utterly going to destroy his next opponent. Like, it will be vicious and it will be ugly. Like, there could possibly be a death in boxing. I'm telling you, the most compelling story in boxing is Kovalev, his press conference, and what he's going to do to his next opponent. The fact that there's somebody stupid enough to fight Kovalev and his name isn't Andre Ward, I don't know what to say for the rest of you out in that light heavyweight division. But if Kovalev wants to clean it up and take all the belts, now that Andre Ward is gone, there's nobody to stop him. And don't think that you're going to be able... Here's what I love about boxers. Well, now we got tape. We'll just do what Andre Ward did. Right, that's like saying I'm going to do what Mayweather does. Nobody's been able to do it. Or they do it. Boxers are stupid. Boxing fans are stupid. That's my whole synopsis. Andre Ward, greatest of all time. My argument.
And that's what I was upset about.
Straight up, he is the GOAT. He's the greatest light heavyweight. Don't give me your Sugar Ray Robinson. Don't give me your, like, all these light heavyweight mantras. Oh, they didn't really have weight classes. These guys were all studs.
Of this era.
No, dude, I'm telling you, you put Andre Ward in any era, he's going to figure you out.
And that's an argument to be made. That is an argument there. But in this era,
I've got proof.
Andre Ward is the greatest fighter.
No, that's Super 6. There is no way in flying hell that Super 6. I'm going to call it straight up, Andrew. This dude walked in as the dog in that tournament. Oh, the Europeans, you got to go through this, you got to do that. Walk through all of them, Andrew. Walk.
7-1. I remember it. I made that thing. Don't ever forget. Fight Net Radio made that. Don't ever forget that. Julian,
Ward
where's Julian? Will Julian ever admit it? Will he ever admit it? That his connection to the UK is what started
Julian's
that.
probably working in Walmart now, so that's probably best for him.
Hey, listen, coincidence, people. That's all it was, but it was made for Andre. It was made for Showtime. When I thought of the Super 6 tournament, when I announced that Showtime needed to get this thing done, HBO was going to steal it. That was the only reason why I had thought of this. And Andre Ward, it was made for Andre Ward. Andre Ward won it. Andre Ward won Fighter of the Year. Andre Ward won the Ring Magazine Champion of the Year. I mean, he was... That tournament started Andre Ward's career. He was a 7-1 dog going in. Lee, and that's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm upset about. Has boxing fallen off this much, or was Andre Ward just that much of had a disconnection from the American fight fans? The pound-for-pound champion retired undefeated this week. Andre Ward was not described as the greatest, not once. Not once. Oh, great career. Great career, Hall of Famer, all you hear. Undefeated for 20 years. gold medal winner, underdog at least 7 times in his